Come to Remora TC to trade like a shark and not get eaten by one. Let's school together to protect and grow our money. Hi everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday, August 5th, the end of the trading day. We've got a bunch of tickers to review, especially with the recent very volatile price action to the upside for a lot of tech stocks. So we've got a dozen or so tickers. We'll start with the ones which are bullish, and I'll start with Whirlpool. A week ago, and actually for a few weeks now, I've shared all of this bullish divergence down here. And you can see that my annotations for the past couple of weeks have been to the upside with these arrows. And I talked about how if pricing get above this 42 price point and stay up there, then really it is an upward move. I'm in this trade myself. I hope you got in anywhere along 42, and then you can ride it up to what I think will be at least to the 200-day and maybe even to this upper trend line up here. Or if we extend the gap up here, even gap entry up here at 75 or so, that would put us, let's see, from where 42 is, let's just kind of move this up. That would be, to the 200-day, that's about 40%. If you can get up to the gap entry at 75%. But let's not get too excited. The first target is gap entry right here. That's about a 15% move, okay? So definitely bullish for Whirlpool. Let's go to Nike as well. All right, this one is still setting up. You can see that the bullish divergence remains down here. I put the whale indicator here, informing everybody that it is a move to the upside that is coming. This is the accumulation phase. And all the whales are buying in, slowly buying in. You can even see that a big whale right here, the day after earnings on July 1st, with significant volume, about, 80 million shares, is really pushing price up. So to me, that's a really positive indication. Overall, the best entry for you would be at above this red trend line here. So anywhere up here around 43. Yeah, $43. First target is, one could say first target here is the gap entry at 46, right? That's kind of a small move. It will continue though. I feel it will continue. So I'm playing the first target as the gap exit or even the 200-day here, okay? So that's about a 20% move to the upside. From there, we'll revisit the charts and see if there's even more momentum to get up to the 72 range back up here, okay? Where price used to be at the end of last year. Okay. Anyway, I'm bullish Nike, so no change in my annotations. Okay. So Whirlpool, no change in my prediction. Nike, no change in my prediction. Let's go to Northrop Grumman. Bullish divergence down here. Okay, a decent amount. You can see the whales that I've put here to inform everyone that the big guys are coming back in. And indeed, check out this volume here. Almost 2.5 million shares on July 21st, which is atypical for Northrop. Northrop has much lower volume, so that was a decent buy back in. Okay, so that shows some conviction for the bulls. The first target for you, if you can take, if you took an entry along this 517, that would have been a really nice entry there, 517. First target is the 200-day up here, or this purple trend line. And then we'll revisit it, because we'll have to see in the big scheme of things where momentum will take us. So we'll play it kind of leg by leg, especially for Northrop. Okay, there's a lot of hype going around with the defense stocks. And you don't want to get sucked into that. Don't get sucked into the narrative and the news, because it's all meant to make you and I behave in a certain way. whether to shed and get rid of our shares or to buy shares, okay? Sounds like there's some geese outside here. Let's go to what is a long trade for GDX. You can see that GDX for a while had been on a downslope, okay? Downslope, I drew the flags. I really thought that it would come down for a beautiful entry for you and I down here at around $68, $69. Okay, even though I put the two whales here to say that the bullish momentum down below is coming, the accumulation is coming, but I didn't think that the accumulation had completed. I thought it would have continued and even come all the way down here for a more beautiful entry for you and I. Instead, you can see volume came in on Wednesday the 5th, which is actually was today. And you can see that price spiked up. Okay, it's a big gap up. Usually when there's a big gap up, right, what's going to happen? They're going to sell it down to fill the gap. So I'm going to put the gap, inform everyone of the gap. Okay, let's draw that in. So the entry, the nice entry, if you could wait a little bit and take the nice entry, would be at around here. So I'm going to make the gap, this line here for you. Okay, anywhere around, what is this? This is 77. Okay, anywhere around 77, 77.50 would be perfect with support at this trend line here at 77. Okay, so that would be a beautiful entry. Just wait, because right now you're in the middle. You're in the middle of this price point of 77 and this price point up here of 98. And you've got a gap below you and a gap above you. So you're kind of in this no man's land with the 200-day here. So this is a no trade at the moment at where price is right now. Okay. Instead, take a pause and let's wait for price to either move down. Actually, let me clean this up for everybody so as to be more clear about what I'm informing you about, because price has moved well above this green trend line down here. I'll kind of move it up like this, okay? So right now, sky's the limit. It's going to hit the 200-day. So likely what's going to happen is it will hit the 200-day, bounce back down, and it may even come down, partially fill the gap below before it resumes the next leg up, okay? So it could do something like that. My point is, this is not the spot to take along. The spot to take along is down here, anywhere around 77, 78, 79, with this trend line support of 70, what is that, 77.02? Yeah, with 77.02 as support, okay? And then we'll follow it. We'll see how far it goes. It may come up and attempt to retest this high up here of about 117 almost, okay? Right now, this is a long trade. Let's go to Proctor Gamble. I introduced this one last week. This is also setting up well. You can see that all the bullish divergence was here. And I informed everybody last week that the whales are coming back in and accumulating. You can see all this accumulation here. You can see the attempt to break below this trend line here, this support of 144, but then you can see price came back and reclaimed support, okay? So all of this green is support. It's very good. What that means is, if you can take an entry anywhere along here, then it provides a nice protection for you on the low side. The direction is up. I'm in this trade myself, so overall, and you can see I kept drawing it. The first target would be here at 156, and I think it'll bounce around, right? That's how price action is. It'll bounce around. It'll bounce, do something like this, and then I think the next possible big target is 175 up there, okay? All right, that's Procter & Gamble, long. Let's go over to triple Qs. Okay. This one hasn't behaved exactly as I had predicted, but let's show you why I don't think my prediction is changing. I thought price would only move up to about, I don't know, 686 here, and then come back down, right? I thought it would be a sort of this zigzag moment. But instead, over the past couple of days, you can see that price has come back up, and it is now, all right, now you see this line I drew here, this upper part of the triangle, okay? Let's see how it looks when I extend it. So it's like that. All right, you can see what happened. Okay, let's actually go like that, make it more clear. This one like that. Okay, I'm cleaning up my line. That's what I'm doing. So I think there's a little bit more upside. Okay, so it may test up here. So I'm going to make this red. Price will likely come up, retest this zone. Okay, it may even stay above it for a little bit. So I'm going to clone this and then say that, it may even come up just a little bit, focus head up, okay, flag up here, and then come back down. All right, so right now I'm going to clean this up. Overall, the direction is down. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. There is no change in my thesis. Okay, the momentum has not changed down here. This is what we're playing with. Bearish momentum with all of this up here, all-time highs. I put the shark here to inform everybody of everybody getting out. And then right now, this is just manipulation and price action back up here. So likely price will come up. Okay, it'll do something like this. It'll bounce off of this. And then further low prices. Okay, it's the next target. So no change ultimately for triple Q. This is not the time to go long. Okay, don't get excited. There's a lot of resistance up here. And then further low prices. Okay, let me just clean this up here. It's the same. My line is the same. It's just moved over to the right. Okay, it's hard to predict the when, but you can predict the what. So this is the what that's coming. It's just when is it going to do it. All right, triple Qs, no long trade. Let's go to Microsoft. Microsoft ripped. Let's be honest, it ripped. Let's take a look at this. We were playing with this bearish momentum up here, okay? From mid-April to June, price action upward, momentum downward, bearish, hence the shark. And then you can see it play out here, okay? And then there is no change in momentum. Down here, there is no change in momentum, okay? What that means is this is all manipulation. This is just one huge flag. What I'm going to do is let's extend this line. Let's extend it to where it is now. So let's clean this up a little bit. I'm going to zoom in just to show you what I'm looking at. So I'm going to extend it like that. And actually I'm going to slide it up just a little bit. There. It's just not perfect. I think it's like that. All right. And the reason why I did that is these 2 points here. In fact, I need to move this line up even more steep. That's interesting. Let's make it a little bit steeper. A little bit steeper like that. All right. So and then let's extend this guy as well. I'm going to make it like this and extend this one even further. All right, so what I want you to see is that this is just a big triangle, okay? It's got a bearish wedge. You can almost think of it as one long flagpole going like this, and this is just a huge flag, okay? So let's assume that's the case. I'm going to make a long line here so that we can annotate it. So let's make it thicker. Okay, and then let's make it a different color just so that we can review. Let's make it red. So imagine this is the flagpole. Okay, so the flagpole starts You could say it starts over here, thereabouts. Interesting. So let's say it's like this. And then I'm going to, wherever it breaks, let's say it breaks over here. Okay, so price will come up, maybe meet resistance up here at 515. And next target is down here. So it is still a downward move. There's no change in the overall direction. This is just price manipulation. Okay, so let's annotate this a little bit. So this is no longer in play. Unfortunately, I got this downside move wrong. Okay, it's not often, but I did get it wrong. So the flag, the bottom part of the flag doesn't play out there. For now, I'm going to delete this as well because it doesn't add to the current analysis. Instead, let's look at how price behaves up here. Okay, what you can see is there is some RSI that is really extreme up here, hence you can see the green coloring. What I think will happen is price is going to keep pushing upward. Yeah, it's going to keep pushing upward. It may peek its head above here and meet resistance up here-ish. Let's go to the left side real quick. I want to see where, interesting, you've got. All right, so really the resistance zone is up here at 554, okay, where the highs are here. The near-term highs since August of last year, excuse me, August of 25. But I don't think it will reach it, okay? It may get up to about 545 and then get rejected. So we'll see. So my prediction is price will keep going up and momentum will continue to go downward, okay? I'm just going to make this a dashed line just to help you recognize that it's just a prediction because it hasn't played out yet, okay? So I think it'll do something like this. All right, there's my prediction. Is this the time to go long? I mean, you might consider taking a long at 488 here. Let's see. Let's look at the percentage. 488 support up to here. It's about a 12% move. I mean, I wouldn't take this trade because the momentum hasn't changed. Okay, to me, this is just price manipulation. So I wouldn't take the trade. Not a long trade. I'll even use that old term. No way, Jose. Okay, I wouldn't take this trade. I'm gonna wait. I'd wait and see the direction that the sharks want to resume doing, which is downward, and then sell with them. Okay, so my prediction is like that. Okay, no change. It's gonna go back down. All right. It's Microsoft. Let's go over to Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin for the past few days. Okay, so no change in my prediction. It's zigzagging along this path, as you can see. No change. Resistance up here, resistance at the 200-day. The general direction is downward. I don't think there's much support down here at 58. It may bounce up there a little bit. Actually, I'm going to delete this. There you go. Remove that little green to be very clear. And then I think it's really, 42 is the next real level of support. Yeah, I'm definitely not bullish Bitcoin. So don't be surprised when price starts to drop. Okay. Let's go over to American Express. All right. The past week I talked about bearishness here. I put the shark helping you and I recognize that. Price movement right now is just a flag. Okay. So really it's for the low prices. So here's the flag. Let's just draw it real quick. It's like something like this. Give me a second, make it a black line. And then make another one. And then make another one. So it's something like, you could draw it like this, something like that. Okay. There's the flag. It's not perfect, but the point is, wherever it breaks, it'll likely come back down here to the red line. And actually, let's just, for giggles, clone. If price breaks, I don't know, like right here. Oh, I see. All right. It'll go down further. So really it's, yeah, it's not the moment to go long American Express. Okay. Now, if it breaks underneath here, one could trade short, right? This lower edge of the flag. So if it breaks, wherever it breaks, it'll break down, it'll come down, and then it'll come back and retouch it. Wherever it touches, take the short there. Enjoy your trade. Make some money. Okay. So bearish for American Express. XOM Mobil. All right. This is the oil trade. Zoom out real quick so I can remember what I talked about. Okay. So price has come back into this this zone here. I'm going to draw it. See this zone? This is all sideways. I'll call it dead money. Dead money price movement moving sideways. Okay. It's just coming back there. It's like the never-ending story. They keep talking about the same thing over and over again. And what you and I need to be aware of is the momentum, though it is to the upside here, it's only a little bit. It's only, what? This is 1.5 weeks, whereas you have all this bearish momentum over here. So this is just sideways action. It may come up, retest this zone here, resistance. But the ultimate move is to the downside. So I'm going to say maximum, it'll come up, hit this. But really, you're looking for further low prices, okay? Okay, it just hasn't broken yet. Let's go to the weekly. So here's the weekly chart. Yeah. So the weekly chart is much cleaner to look at. Look at this. It's clean, a lot of dead money here, sideways. This is sideways price action. Price is just coming up here, hitting the upper edge here of this black trend line. And this trend line, okay, goes, excuse me here as I zoom out. All right, so it goes back here to April 2018, okay? So it's a legit, a legit indicator of resistance at the moment, okay? So further low prices for ExxonMobil. And that's it for this week. Give me a thumbs up if you liked my analysis and appreciate some of the work that I've done. Give me a, a comment, leave a comment for me, share my material with your friends and family, and then good luck with your trades, and I'll see you next week.